Um, First and foremost, we have to enjoy situations like this. We're 6-1 in the conference. It was a tough fought game we just had, and it's real easy to just really focus on the last part of the game, the last half. But we did a lot of good things. We did a lot of good things that we can learn from. We did a lot of bad things that we need to learn from. Probably the first time we got pressed all year. I didn't think that we really handled the pressure well. But when you get in a situation and you give credit to Pitt, that's what they do. And we handled the situation really well in the first half, and we really controlled the narrative, controlled the tempo, and then I thought they controlled the tempo in the second half. And we were a little bit fatigued. I think probably the fourth quarter in particular, but really the second half. We looked like a team that had played on Tuesday, and so we just there were times where I was employing the kids to just come on, keep fighting, and I thought we made some fatigue mistakes, but nonetheless we pulled it out with a win, gutsy performance. But like I said, I wanted to give Lance has done a tremendous job with that program and getting them to the point where they're competing. They play so hard, and it looked like I would have had no idea that we only got out rebounded by two. Because they just got timely rebounds when they needed them at the end. They've just kind of thrown it up there and going and getting it. But I'm very proud of our kids. Really good win for us as we head into the weekend.
And how do you feel about your team heading into the game on Sunday?
We're 6-1. You don't become 6-1 by accident. And there's so many different styles in this league. You play like we're going to go play against a team on Sunday that their philosophy and their style kind of mirrors what we do. You look at some teams; they do a lot of pressure. They just kind of not as skilled as maybe some teams in the league, and they just kind of go and they rely on offensive rebounding. So I thought we handled it well for the most part, but there were some lapses. But I feel extremely good about this group because you don't by accident become 6-1, and we're 6-1 in the league, and I'm proud of these kids and what they've done.
Coach, you guys shot 35% in the second half, 45% in the first half. So what did they do defensively?
They 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 put pressure on us. They put a lot of pressure on us. It kind of took us out of rhythm. We missed some shots that we probably could have made. We had some opportunities that we could have had some dagger shots, but I thought our defense, really, we were so lackadaisical on the defensive end that we didn't get some of the clean stops. They got out and got some of the easier shots like we got in the first half. And then we just really lost our flow, our tempo, and we got to get that back because people aren't just going to let us do what we want to do. We got to control the narrative right there and control the tempo. But I think that was the difference between the halves.
What adjustments did you guys make, particularly down the stretch to close out the game?
It was kind of difficult because I thought Georgia did a really good job of breaking the pressure and getting us out, and we wanted to. I thought Kayana Traylor was a little bit fatigued. She was a little bit tired, so some of her decisions were not as good as probably we needed them to be. But I thought we just made some, excuse my expression, but boneheaded plays. Just throwing the ball to places we weren't supposed to. I thought Zhaney Williams had a couple opportunities where she could have gotten to a safe spot, picked the ball up, and made a good pass, but she made a couple turnovers. And we got to be better. And I take credit for that because we haven't been pressed. And I think we have a great team that can handle pressure. We just haven't been pressed. And they sold out. They sold out. They didn't have anything to lose, so they were really just kind of come running and double and trapping, and it didn't matter if they gave up a shot. But I thought Kiana helped bring us home a little bit at the end. But we also, Liz had a couple timely shots down the stretch when we went to her.
Was Liz's mid-range jumper there with 119 to go? Was that kind of a good example of the evolution of the repertoire there?
Yeah. We went to that play a couple times. I think she probably was like maybe 4 for 6 on that play, and I wouldn't call her a finesse player because she can do some stuff down low, but she has a good combination of that. And the next part of the evolution is that she's going to step out, and she took a 3 tonight. She missed it, but that's part of her game as well. So if you saw us play, a few years ago with Reagan McGarity, she has every bit of skill set as Reagan McGarity, but she's so much better inside that we don't really want to just kind of rely on that. So we just kind of keep her inside. But she has the same skill set as Reagan.
And she made clutch free throws.
You know what? And ever since I think she leads ACC in free throw percentage in
league
conference
play.
in league play. Yeah, we not worried about non-conference. You know, that's part of the psyche part with her is that I told her it was a brand new season, and I think she's probably like 88, 89%. You know, from the free throw line.
Andy.
I got one question on Baines. You mentioned that rebounding was a big part of the game today, but Baines, 32 minutes off the bench, 12 rebounds. She led your unit with 6 offensive rebounds. What does she do off the bench that's so big for your team?
She's our muscle. She's a starter, you know, and she had a situation where she was out for a little bit, and we just kind of like, I don't know, call the old crazy coach superstitious. We just haven't like changed it back, but she's gonna play starter minutes. She's our muscle. You know, she's the most physical kid on our team. Goes up and grabs rebounds. It really brought us home against Duke. Probably could have been a little bit better yesterday or 2 days ago against UVA, but she's our muscle, and when she's playing like that, it takes a lot of the pressure off of Liz, where Liz doesn't have to get every rebound, and together they're a really good combination, a rebounding tandem. So, but you know, Z is going to get better and better as she continues to get back in shape, but she's a big part of our success.
Chris.
So, what's different about this year's team from last year's team? Or last year, you know, you might have collapsed down the stretch. This year, you know, you've played close against Duke the other night. What's been different about your team not collapsing on 34 quarter?
We're older. The kids are more experienced. You know, last year we learned a lot from last year. You know, those close games. You know, you hate to go through it, but it's a pretty good situation to go through all that, learn, and still make the tournament, and then have the same team. And it's kind of beautiful when, you know, sometimes when they always talk about the starting lineup and they introduce our starting lineup, and they started off with graduate student, and then they go, you know, senior, and then they go junior, and then our sophomore is our little point guard, and then you bring in another kid off the bench who's a junior. So we have a lot of experience. They've been through that situation, and I think that's going to bode well for us as we continue to grow, because we're going to be in situations like this a lot, and we know we can win them.
So another tough shooting night from Asia, but what do you like about her when, you know, she's not having those big games, like when she went down low and grabbed off with the rebound?
Yeah, I mean, she's got to do a little bit more than that, more of that when she's not hitting. We all know what she is, and people are really chasing her, and she's going to get going. She's going to have some games if she really gets going. But, you know, I always talk to her about doing some of the little things, you know, and even if you're not hitting shots, you're more valuable than just hitting shots. You know, you gotta go out there and be ready for, you know, anything. So, you know, she has some moments tonight, and we need her to step up and be a great leader and do more than just, you know, think about scoring.
And then another packed night at Castle once again. What does it say about your team and how the effect it's having?
I mean, Castle Guard is awesome. You know, their presence is tremendous, and this place, you know, we've been to a lot of arenas, and we go to a lot of historic arenas. We just left Cameron Indoor, Carmichael. You know, we'll go to Reynolds on Sunday. You know, this place, when you get a good number of people in here, it's loud. You know, I couldn't even communicate with our kids, you know, the right way. I had to use hand signals. But the feel of this place is great, and that's why I just, you know, want more and more people to come out, because if we really get this place rocking, it's a fun style that we play. We really get this place rocking, it would be an advantage for us, and I think it will propel us and help us win some basketball games. They probably helped us win tonight, you know, just their presence. So, and the last thing, I love the fact that, you know, my kids get to play in front of a good crowd, because they work their butts off. You know, you come to the men's game, and the men's game, you know, 8,000, 9,000 people, whatever it is, and I promise you that I see them practice side by side. I see them, you know, they get their slot, we get our slot, and the girls, the kids work just as hard, you know, so they really deserve, you know, this atmosphere, and that's why I get so excited when they get to enjoy it, because like Liz said the other day, what was it, bacon?
Yeah.
Okay.
They missed 2 straight free throws.
She was so tickled when that went on. She said, I've never been, you know, associated with a game when something like that happened, and she was so tickled, you know. And you know, I played in front of big crowds and whatnot, and it doesn't mean a whole lot, but for her, you know, she's going to remember that for the rest of her life, and that's why, you know, I just get so excited when they get to play in front of a good crowd like this.
What about the status of Kayla King? She goes down there and
Yeah.
back in the game. Is she doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, I was told she was fine. It was precaution. I think she just got hit or something. But you know, she played exceptionally well in that first half. You know, and it's a big reason. Not having her there kind of, you know, it depletes your rotation. But you know, the wording to me was, you know, during the game, she's fine, but, you know, out of precaution if you don't need her. So I didn't see it. I think she got hit. I don't know where she got hit, but I know they were looking at it on the sideline. I haven't had a chance to talk to our medical staff yet.
It's going to be a big game coming at NC State. You know, Catholic versus Canadians. It's going to be a great battle down low. You guys had a good job tonight. 15 second chance points and 14 points in the paint. That's going to be the X factor come Sunday. How are you looking forward to that match?
Yeah, I look forward to it in itself because they're great friends. You know, they talk, you know, probably daily. You throw Kayla King in there too because she played on the same AAU team. They're both competitors, and it's going to be fun, you know. And I don't know how, you know, they'll play Liz. They played her several different ways. They've doubled her. They've let them go one-on-one. We've gone one-on-one. So it's almost like, you know, trying to win the game, but it's really a joy to watch. You know, watch them two go at each other because they're two of the best centers in the country, and so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. You know, it's a great place to play a women's basketball game. And so we're looking forward to it. I know the kids are looking forward to it. I know NC State's looking forward to it. It's a very healthy, respectful rivalry. And, you know, we respect them, they respect us, and we battle. And I think we both play the game the right way. And so I think it's going to be fun. And, you know, it's funny because this will be the 5th time I think we played NC State and 2-1 against Virginia. You know, so that's why, you know, if you ask our kids, if you ask them who's your rival, they'll probably say NC State first, and then North Carolina second, because that's who they played against the most since they've been here, and so that just shows you how much respect we have for them.
So what's going to be important for you to do in order to come away with a win in Raleigh?
We got to get rejuvenated. You know, it's been a long week. You know, these 48 hours, and then we got to put together a great game plan, and we got to execute it even better than we think it's going to be. And then we got to go down and we got to be ourselves. We got to make shots. We got to execute on the offensive end. We got to move the basketball. You know, I get excited when they introduce our starting lineup. I know Wes gets excited when they introduce his because he's probably got like 3 or 4 graduate students on his group, and then off the bench they got, you know, a couple McDonald's All-Americans. So I think it's going to be a good battle, and we're looking forward to that opportunity.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.
It looks like everyone, unlike the last couple of meetings, everyone